Of the there and now to a galactic distant, far off, down there's thing for all at the 2018 Cannes Movie Fest. There are 10 films certainly to do wave propagation for at the year's occasion, that starts on Tuesday and rest before May 19th. Cannes 2018 rings in the Changes Secrets Go household to perch in the year's Fest bottle opener, aimed by the Iran movie maker Asghar Farhadi. Which was intended to be a short trip is frustrated by sudden events how changing all their lives. Cruises artist man Javier Bardem and Argentinian artist Ricardo Darin, as well celebrity in the movie, that has yet to be taking into account a UK-produced A. Cannes has been typed to Peak Lee in the history, giver him awards for his 1986 opening She's Gotta Include It and his 1991 interracial novel Wild Dengue. Same's up for How Award once again the Year in Black Klansman, that tells the real history of an African US police force detective story in Colorado Springs who infiltrates the regional head of the Ku Klux Klan. Manufactured by Get Out CEO Jordan Peele, the movie stars Adam Motorist, Topher Elegance and John David Washington, son of Denzel, in the guideline part. U.S. cinematographer David Robert Mitchell done a big experience at Cannes 4 persons year ago in It Follows, a creeping cheap-budget terror on a youthful lady inexorably prosecuted by a form-shifting hunter. His pursue-up characteristic stars Andrew Garfield as an purposeless Los Angelino who turns detective story while his neighbor goes lacking. A psychedelic secret ensues as Garfield's Sam becomes obsessive in city myths, open secret codes and subconscious signs. In a link-up brief of UK offerings, the Polish-French-UK company production of UK-based Polish cinematographer Paweł Polakowski is the nearest item Britain has to a Palme d'Or candidate. Supported by MOVIE4, Common Cold War, Tsimno Wojna, is a loving history set in Europe in the 1950s among two human beings of really various backgrounds. Center to its storyline is Mazos, a famous Polish national piece of music and dancing team set up in 1948. Common Cold War is Polakowski's at first characteristic with his sectarian AMD Mar, that won the top overseas movie BAFTA in 2015. The year's fest will end in the planet opening of Terry Gilliam's Don Quixote movie, or at Low How's the Schedule. One of the movie's ex-producers is hard to stop the screen, pretending it can't go front out of his permit. A early try to do the movie compressed in 2000, a disaster charted in the 2002 document Luz in La Mancha. But Gilliam compressed on and eventually controlled to full the movie, in that Jonathan Pryce and Adam Motorist act modern versions of Cervantes' Don Quixote and Sancho Panza Letter. The heaviest striker at the year's fest is the newest blockbuster movie of the Celebrity Wars world, a background charting the previous days of Air Han recital. Alden Ehrenreich acting recital in Ron Howard's movie, that as well stars Donald Glover, of television's Atlanta, as the youthful Landau Calrissian. UK Throw members Emilia Clarke, Thandie Newton and Phoebe Waller-Bridge are all anticipated to visit the movie's Cannes opening. Fans include to expect to length to see the new Celebrity Wars history, that opening in the UK on May 24. The recent period Lars von Trier driven a movie to Cannes, he was stigmatized a person non grata following manufacturing bad-advised speech on Adolf Nazi and fascism. Currently, although he seems to include been pardoned quite for his new movie to be shielded, although out of contest. Set in America above a 12-year time, the building Hownest constructed stars Matt Dillon as a very smart series murderer who sees his murders as plant of artwork. UMA Tumblr, Bruno Ganz and Sophie Grabel as well seem in which is certainly to be one of the fest's largest talked about, or grisliest, titles. Michael B. Jordan and Michael Shannon celebrity in the newest movie release of the deceased Ray Bradbury's classical Bleak Roman. Jordan, newly seen in Dark Pantera, is Guy Montag, a futuristic firefighter who starts to issue why his job demands how he burns all books. CEO Ramin Bahrani previous treated in Shannon on 99 Homes, a 2014 movie on predatory actual property power brokers. The tragical lifetime and roller coaster career of Whitney Houston has already encouraged one UK document manufacturer to speak her history. The formal endorsement gave MacDonald accessing to previous unreleased recordings, invisible household cinema length and uncommon dwell amateur performance. The Scotch CEO is no unknown to the style, possessing early done films on Sir Mick Jagger and Bob Gauze. Deutsche CEO Wim Wenders was taking into account unparalleled accessing to the Pope of Rome above the 2 year it took to make, which is outlined as more than of a private travel rather than a biographic document. The outcome is a movie whose research of the High Priest's ideas and communication guarantees it a 5-star delirious in the Vatican's to house paper. Wenders, top named for Paris, Texas and Inspire of Wish, will be in Cannes to pin the movie, that will outdoor in the UK after the year. His Sanctity, unfortunately, is anticipated to include some plans.